Ahoy, shipmates. She's on the move a bit sharpish this evening. It's not even 8 o'clock. Well. Anyway, we're here for the Oosterdam, who's leaving port this evening. Quite ready. Hey. Oosterdam at the moment is in 44 berth, which is where the Titanic left from on her fateful maiden voyage. And I remember Stephen Joy telling me the other day that it was only it was last weekend. Oosterdam has only been into port for a day. It's not often they leave early. They often leave late and reschedule their times, but leaving early, that's not very sportsmanlike, is it? I've finally got cruise cam working now, so we get a much better view now of the cruise ships. I'm still experimenting with this software. It's all fun and games in here. Yeah, the Oosterdam's only been in port for a day, and I believe she's off to Torquay somewhere. Drop anchor for a while. She has a number of sister ships as well, the Amsterdam and the Oosterdam and quite a few of the dams. But they're all named after Dutch cities or towns. Oosterdam, if you Google Oosterdam, it is a wonderful city. I'm going to have to go and visit because it just looks phenomenal. The buildings are all pretty colours, lots of flowers. It's really interesting. This is what you know. This is what you learn from ship names. It's really, really different. Ahoy, shipmates. Who's on board this evening? Gerald Barnes, Christine Keith, FP, 758 John. Ahoy there, shipmates, and welcome aboard. Not seen one of my live streams before, then it's a big opportunity for you. Some static cameras, and we have some moving cameras, and occasionally, if we're lucky, I'll do a commentary voiceover, and also make some drone videos as well. All sort of ship and Solent based. Yeah, that's probably true, Andrew Monument. I don't think there are any passengers on board this one. He's slipping backly nicely. There's been some wonderful skies today as well. We've had some really pretty clouds and quite a decent sunset just a minute ago. We just missed that. It was a bit of a shame. But yeah, it has been a good weather day. I've actually a good couple of days lately, weather-wise. As you can see, there's quite a pretty sky there. But anyway, this is the Ocean Cruise Terminal. Hopefully when cruising resumes, we'll be able to see lots of people down here coming and going, and of course a lot more cruise ships coming and going. Robert Eggleshaw, will I say ahoy to Jane Eggleshaw? There you go, job done. Hey, the Oosterdam. The Westerdam as a sister ship, and the Zuidam. There was a couple of the dammers, but I don't think they're quite. I think they're quite the same ship. Yeah, built in and completed in 2003. Older. One of the new cruise ships to come into Southampton shortly. The P&O Iona. I think she was due to come in this year. That's not happened. Have a look now, see what's going over port cam. Lovely. Slipping up. 82,000 gross tons, so certainly not as big as some of the ships we've seen recently. 290 metres long. Fair length, fair length. 11 passenger decks in total. And again, much like most of the cruise ships we have coming in, not all of them, it has azipod drives, which means tugs help manoeuvre. Actually, it's very manoeuvrable compared to the commercial ships. Top speed of 24 knots. That's quite good. And total capacity for 2,000 passengers, 812 crew. Oh, interestingly, here, range at 19.5 knots is 18 days. I mean, that's quite impressive, really. That'll get you a long way. Probably can't see from this angle, but if I flip to the other camera, I think you can see that she's just starting to turn. Clearly see the name of the ship on the front, very, very sharp. The Holland America lines are visible on the front there, so really good contrast against that black hull. Actually, it looks fairly tidy compared to some of the ships we've seen, but I wonder if that's just the blue hulls behind the rust. Oh, crew on board, 121 crew on board, plus the pilot. Thank you, Robert. Robert's our local guy on the radio, so he keeps me updated. I find it a little tricky to listen to the radio, talk to you all at the same time. Yeah, still some pretty skies out there. Oh, it's a lovely evening. It certainly has been a different day. I don't know how you all have been, but I've certainly noticed an increase in traffic out there on the road. Certainly the ferry terminal today, very busy indeed. Ah, that's right, Steph P. They tend to leave around sunset and also tend to arrive around sunrise as well. You're lucky you get both conditions. I wonder if we can see anyone on deck. Oh, yeah, there's a few shipmates on deck there. So I'm hoping ambition is for the moment to try and get someone to wave to us. And to happen at some point. I am very pleased with the new camera. I must say the cruise cam is performing really well. I can actually control it, which I couldn't do the other day. A joy to use. Lovely images. Fantastic zoom on it as well. And a great location. I mean, this is a win-win all round for cruise cam. See those graphics on the side there. Holland America line. Very visible. Oh, Dave Wareham asks, why are they sailing when there's no passengers on board? Well, it comes down to a simple reason of, one is cost. It's much cheaper to be dropped at anchor somewhere, so hence they have to come into port to refuel, fill up with food. That's one reason. And the second reason is it's in what they call a warm layup. It's still being used. You put them into a cold layup where they turn off completely all the power. Apparently it can take many months to get them working again, so it's something I don't think they do willingly. A warm layup is the preferred option, hence the comings and goings in and out of port. And you can see there's some lovely vapours coming off in the background there from the Fawley refinery. It does add some colour to the sky occasionally. A bit rather smoky. It does make you wonder. yes, certainly it would be a lovely evening to be departing from the port of Southampton on your journeys to somewhere exciting. A lovely evening. She's just going to swing around here and head on out to the Solents and down over to Torquay, from what I understand. Tina Betts, you say they start cruising in June. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard June is the sort of time where they start cruising. Well, I don't know which ship is going to be the first one to leave the port of Southampton. I shall be looking forward to that. Definitely be worthy of a live stream. Maybe you can see some shipmates in there enjoying the view. Should be waving, shipmate. Give us a wave. Yes, once I find out when the first ship is due to leave, I shall be all geared up for that one. The last place I read that the Oosterdam was cruising was over in the British Columbia, in the up to Alaska. I think, I'm not entirely sure. And I don't know where all these ships will be going next. I think that's the difficulty, isn't it? Lots of the cruise lines are going to resume cruising, but they're not going to go anywhere. You're just going to go around the UK. Well, I think that's quite an exciting prospect, actually. Most of the time, you've got a cruise ship, they go somewhere else, up the Channel, or obviously to Mediterranean, or over to the States. I think it'd be quite nice to go on a cruise where you are just going around the UK. Could be quite exciting. But they won't do it again. Yeah, it's very clear this evening. Water's very flat as well. You can see a couple of red lights in the background there. That's the television transmitter on the Isle of Wight, the Rowridge transmitter. Be giving us our television signals over here in Southampton, all the way from the Isle of Wight. They do export something. Well, I agree there, Tina. Yeah, she does have a classic look, doesn't she? Lovely blue hull. Stern is a little chunky, I think, for proper cruise liner looks, but nonetheless, no go-kart track on the top or anything like that, which is a shame. Fancy going on a ship with a go-kart track on top. I've got a lot of things to do, haven't I? Oh, thank you, Gerald Barnes. You're on the Elizabeth end of August, and you'll give us a wave. Well, brilliant. Let us know where you are. I'm going to have to get the deck plans of the ships out, I think, to give me a rough cabin number or something, and that might help me find you, because there is quite a lot of ship there, really, isn't there, to try and work out where you might be on board. You have to come up with a plan, but there we go. I didn't even notice. No excuses not to be prepared this time. Now, as you can imagine, she's registered in Rotterdam. Oh, Wolfenson, you, Disney cruises are going around the UK as well. Yeah, I think there's a lot of going around the UK. Anthem of the Seas on the 13th of May. Well, thank you, Daniel Sellers. That was a little earlier than I was expecting. I thought perhaps it was going to be more June time, but Anthem of the Seas, 13th of May. Well, that doesn't give me long, does it? Oh, nothing like a bit of pressure to try and sort things out. Okay. Okay, 14th of May. Well, that'll be... Anthem of the Seas is a big old ship. I will definitely need a deck plan, because if you're on there waving, well, I've got any chance of spotting you. can't remember what the capacity is now, but it's 3,500 people or something. Massive. And that ship really is probably, you'd probably say twice this, well, actually probably all 3 times the size of the Oosterdam, both tonnage-wise. Fun to drone, I must say. A lot of ship. Oh, Tina Betts, your son's... My son is a captain on the Ventura. Way! Your son's the captain of the Ventura. Whoa. Oh, you'll have to get me a little guest access to the bridge then, Tina. I'd like to do a little report from the bridge. Wouldn't that be fantastic, shipmates? Getting onto the bridge of a ship. Oh, Hoy K. Woodridge, yes, thank you. Sure the crew appreciate it as well. We have a great crew on board here, the Solent Ships channel. Yeah, very knowledgeable. Know what's going on. And the Oosterdam and will just be approaching the dockhead. So as she approaches the dockhead, right about here, the speed limit changes from 6 knots to no speed limit. So she'll be able to pick up speed going down Southampton water. Can we get a discount, says Teeman. Well, I don't want a discount, but I would like a little show me around the bridge. That would be wonderful. You can see the red funnel passing by, green to green. Certainly, like I say, even though the Oosterdam is one of the smaller ships, you can certainly get an idea of scale when you see her next to the ferries, and ferries are pretty large. Oh, thank you, Daniel San, for spreading the word. Much appreciated. Nearly missed it. Mizzle Zhao. Yes, I'm not surprised. I almost missed it as well. Left early. Captain Lee likes to keep things proper. Oh, thank you, Tina. That'll be wonderful. Couldn't think anything more exciting than to go onto the bridge of a proper large cruise ship. Oh, hoy there, Frank. No, the Oosterdam is just leaving to drop anchor in Torquay. They're on what they call warm layup at the moment, while they're waiting for passengers to resume. Our shipmate Daniel Sand says that it's going to be in May the 17th, I think he said so. To put that in my diary. That's not long now, is it? That's probably about 3 weeks away. Quite exciting. I wonder where she's leaving from, which berth she's leaving from. Oh, ahoy, Paul Hawkins. Oh, fantastic. I'm glad you're enjoying the channel. We're going to have a brief gap here as the Oosterdam disappears behind the Elizabeth II terminal. Past the end of the dockhead. She'll be behind the multi-storey car park. And then she'll pop out again here and we should be able to see her on cruise cam. Been browsing around on cruise cam today as I've got it working and the view is astonishing. Easily see Cowshot and easily see the Isle of Wight. I even saw the ferry quite clearly going from Portsmouth to Portsmouth to where does it go to? Is it Fishbourne? Oh. Getting my Isle of Wight places. Yeah, Fishbourne. That's Fishbourne to Portsmouth ferry is from this camera 14 miles away. We actually had a view 14 miles away, which I thought was quite impressive. So you can see here those lights you can see in the distance on the left hand, the small one. That's Cowshot Spit, and then behind that you can see some dark hills, and that is the rolling hills of the Isle of Wight. So I think currently the Oosterdam is behind these ships and car parks here. You can see on the right lots of multi-storey car parks in port, storing new cars for export. You can see here the white and red ship here is a Ro-Ro, and that'll be loading up with all these vehicles, and the same with the white and green one slightly further in the background. The chimney in the very background with the red lights around it looking like a cigarette is the tower at the Fawley Power Refinery. Now, they were supposed to blow that up, I'd say last year, but I think it was the year before. It was going to be demolished, which is a bit of a shame because they did have a plan to put a rotating restaurant on top, which I thought was brilliant. Anyway, apparently that's not in keeping because it might attract people to the New Forest. And so they were going to blow it up, and I thought what an excellent dronage to do, to make a little drone video of the chimney blowing up, but didn't happen in 2019, didn't happen last year, and I believe maybe happening this year, but I've not read anything. Can't quite see the Oosterdam, or just about see the Oosterdam, which is just behind the white and red ship. Just coming into view. Oh, ahoy there, John Powell. Thank you, shipmate. Just a quick one, really, to try out the new camera. I'm very pleased with the new camera. She is all the way back there. Look like to me to be Range Rovers, I would say. Don't know about you, shipmates, but look pretty Range Rovery to me. I'm not sure how often we'll see the Oosterdam back in. I know all the dams have been in and out quite a bit. And as the cruising is going to resume, they'll probably be posted a more appropriate cruising location. At the moment, they're just coming into the port of Southampton for necessities. It's not their cruising port. Oh, ahoy, Paul Hawkins. Looks amazing on your 4K TV. Oh, excellent. That's the general plan. Not quite so good in the dark, but you know, I thought in the daylight it was excellent. Although I haven't really experimented with the settings on this one. There is a good chance if I have a bit of a fiddle with the settings, it'll probably improve. They've got lots of different settings, and this one's really good. It's got different settings obviously for the image and picture quality and lots of compensations. This one even allows you to have different settings depending on whether it's day or night. Big problem with some of these cameras, because you set them to look good at night time and they look horrible at day, and they set them to look good in the day and look horrible at night. So I'm quite pleased to have a little experiment with that. Oh, ahoy Libby Garden, welcome on board. The new camera, Phil Crofts, is a Mile Sight, another Chinese company. Don't specifically buy Chinese cameras, it's just that they seem to offer the best specification and value for money. In fact, I did look at an American brand of camera, and they were considerably more expensive. It would have been my preferred choice, but it was from the region of 3 to 4 times the price. I think it's twice about using one of those, but so far I've been very impressed with this camera. I think I might need to update the camera details on the window below, because it's a slightly different camera. I will put them in there. I should do a little review on it. That's some good points. Oh, that's lots of good points, actually. A few bad points. Otters Gaming? What's the best website for routes, etc.? Tricky question. I don't quite know what you mean. We've got to the Oosterdam now. Is some distance away. I am very impressed with this camera, because it is actually quite dark out there now. We are out of sunset hour. So it's definitely dark, and that is quite some impressive range and quality. In fact, if I go to the home position, probably get a good idea of how far away we've been looking. There we go. Now, as you can see, quite a small dot in the distance. Quite impressive. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, shipmates. I think the new camera's a success. It all seems to be working. Tickety-boo. Wonderful. Great to have you all on board, shipmates. And thank you, Spanners, of course, for making the whole job a lot easier. And if you enjoyed this, think about subscribing. There'll be more to come. More drone videos now that we can get out and about. And more videos and other things as well. Thanks once again, shipmates. And until next time.